Capricorn, Capricorn. What have we got to tell Capricorns? You can't tell Capricorns shit. That's the joke. What do you need to know this month, Capricorn? You probably already know what you need to know, and you've already made 3 different lists on how you're going to do it. Am I wrong? The moon. Proud of you, Capricorn. You're manifesting like crazy. I can already tell. I can already tell. You are in the Capricorn season, and you are just flying. So let's see what else we can tell a Capricorn. I love my Caps. I really do. Let's see what we've got for you. Okay. So for all of my readings, I use my Aleister Crowley Tehote deck, and then I pull a card from my Demon Tarot, and then I pull some numbers from my Grateful Dead deck. My Grateful deck, if you will. Oh, I'm Lolly. I didn't even do interruptions. No, introductions. Totally skipped over introductions because Capricorns don't really care. I mean, they care when they care, but they're more concerned. I mean, if this is your reading, you have every right to be concerned about yourself. But I am Lolly Page, in case you did care. And I'm here to read your cards. This is Taurus Does Tarot. Cool. So, after that dramatic entrance, what I like to do the same in all of my readings is the first 3 and the last 5. Which looks like we're getting pretty close here, Cappy. The first 3 are going to be like the core of your being, and the last 5 are kind of going to be your future cards. Huh. Okay. This feels good. This feels real good. Alright. And the middle is always a little bit different for everybody. It just kind of depends on how the cards come out and, you know, how they fall. Whatever is face up is going to be what's on the surface and what you see about the situation. And whatever is face down is sort of what's beneath the surface and what you don't see about the situation. So I'm just going to jump right in because Capricorns are firm and they know exactly what they want, when they want it, and how they're going to get it. So let's just see how it's going to go. We have the Ace of Cups, right? That's exactly what we were just talking about, having a solid perspective and knowing exactly who they are. The Eon, which is judgment. We gotta admit, sometimes Capricorns can be a little judgmental, but we also have luxury, the Four of Cups. So, what I'm thinking is, something that you once disagreed with is now becoming not necessarily a safety for you, but it's almost like there's been a change or a shift in your mind, and you're having a hard time accepting it. But you know what? Just keep going. Nobody's even going to notice. Nobody's even going to notice. So just keep it moving. Right now, things might be a little bit hard, or like you're feeling like a little bit of darkness, but as long as you stay positive through this, you will prosper in the end. You got the moon as your first card. Whatever you're manifesting right now is going to come to bloom when this dark period passes. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So we might be talking about a husband or a brother or a boss. Somebody who's really emotionally in tune. A masculine energy that is emotionally in tune. He seems to be supporting you through this dark time, and that's really amazing. Maybe he's a fire sign, whatever. And then we have the Seven of Wands, which is more fire, but it's also valor. So it's like a lot of bravery and courage and facing things head on, you know. And I think, Capricorn, you're going to surprise yourself. You have this Star card, which, like, I like to see the star as being the center of attention, but it does mean that there's a surprise involved, a surprise element to it. And followed with that is the Queen of Wands, okay? And so it's almost like this person who you maybe weren't going to give a chance to is actually helping you get through this hard time and is one of the many factors that's transforming you into this new person that you once thought you would never be. So it might be a loving energy, it might be just a passionate energy, but either way, it's definitely transformative, and there's definitely a source for it. Um, you might be a little stressed about finances, but you're not letting it eat you up, so I'm really proud of you for that. You have the Five of Discs, which is worry. It's almost like you have 5 plates and you can't carry them all, but they won't give you a tray, right? So that's like five of discs, you know. You're just kind of worried, but it's okay. It's not a failure and it's not a catastrophe by any means. And in reality, you have everything that you can possibly want and more. You got satiety, baby. That's like, it's almost too much. But maybe that's what you're worried about, is like sort of like a rubber band theory, where everything's good, everything's good, everything's good. When's it gonna break? That's where Capricorn's head is at right now. It's like, when is this thing gonna snap? Everything's going so well. Let's see what's going on. Capricorn, you have the entire wand family out here. We have the Empress and the Princess of Wands, right? So the Empress is really in her own, and she is the ruler, and nobody can tell her what to do. Whereas the Princess of Wands has a lot of growing to do, and she's there, she has her wand, but she's still learning how to use it. And so I feel like you're kind of torn, because in some ways you're so set and stable that you don't want to change anything. But in other ways, especially when it comes to emotion, you're ready to kind of keep going and go down that path. And yeah, it's going to take a lot to get used to. You have the Seven of Wands and the Adjustment card. So there is a lot. I mean, it's victory, so you are winning. But it is a lot to take on. I'm sorry, that's a 6. It's a lot to take on. And it's probably just a new feeling for you. But if you're having these emotions, just accept them and just know that instead of being cold and callous and pretending like you don't feel anything, which is a lot of the time Capricorns have that sort of face on where it's like, oh no, I'm stoic and I'm cool and I don't care. It's okay to start letting yourself kind of mush inside and say, hey, I do care. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy, or oh, I'm a little bit sad, instead of just, I'm cool. You know, we're moving away from that energy. And then you got this Ace of Discs right next to your Five of Discs. You really don't have to worry about money. You're choosing to worry about money for no absolute goddamn reason. Did you notice that you're not financially struggling at all? Like, you just want things to stress about. Capricorn, listen. Sometimes in life, there really ain't shit to do, and you gotta just accept that sometimes there ain't shit to do. Enjoy your life. There's nothing to fix, there's nothing to work on, there's nothing to be repaired. You're good. Just breathe and enjoy everything. Enjoy every single emotion that comes to you, okay? Let's see what happens. These are your future cards, right? Okay, so now we have the Eight of Wands. Lots of freaking wands for you, Capricorn. So you act on your emotions. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, growing some new thing, another project's coming in the future. Don't even worry about it. You got this little Princess of Discs. You will have more endeavors and opportunities coming towards you. And you have the Hierophant. So really, it's not going to change who you are in the long term, to just sort of be with the emotions now, you know? And there will be some change. Some change. Ooh, this is exactly what you're afraid of. I see how this is going. You got debauch. You know what? Listen, it's okay to act in your emotions, and it's okay to get emotionally invested in people, as long as you do stay true to yourself and you never lose sight of who you really are. Because when you change who you are for someone else, that's when you are going to get crossed and you're going to get cut by someone you trusted. So please stay true to yourself. but also allow these emotions to come in. Do not take this as a total negative loss, okay? You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Just remember what's important to you, even on this emotional transitional journey. You have to remember your core beliefs, okay? Even if they're shifting a little bit, don't let them shift to the point where you're unrecognizable to yourself, because that's when you're gonna get hurt. Alright, so for our meditation cards, we have the Prince of Wands, the Knight of Discs, the Dominion card, Two of Wands, and Nine of Discs. Okay. So, your meditation, Capricorn, in order to have material abundance, I must learn to have emotional abundance. I like that one. That was cute. That was really cute. Alright. I'm going to draw you a demon card. Demons are... Alright, looks like we got one. Demon cards are going to be more work related and career advice. Get this guy. Azazel. Azazel? We'll go with Azazel. 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 Let's see what Azazel has to say. Azazel. Okay. There are many situations that no one's fault or the fault of so many people that no one person should take the blame, but it's still important that we find one person to punish, whether that person truly deserves punishment or not. But when the good things happen by, again, chance or confluence, we don't spend much time looking around for the one person to reward, do we? That is so Capricorn energy. I'm cracking up inside. Divination. Beware of looking for someone to blame in situations which is no one person is responsible. Focus on fairness and offering equal praise for success as blame for mistakes. Capricorn. If you are in a managerial position or you are a boss of a company, you gotta not sweat the small stuff so much. And sometimes praise can be a better motivator than punishment. You know, putting the fear of God into your employees isn't really going to make them better employees. It's just going to make them resent you and do things behind your back. So if you are in a position of power, maybe when you go to work, compliment your employees. Tell them they've been doing a great job. Throw them a pizza party. I don't know. Do what you gotta do, but just know that sometimes nice rewards are better motivators than cruel punishment. Alright, let's get you some numbers. Let's see what the numbers... Whoop, there we go. We got our numbers. I hate how I keep dropping cards behind me. I have to get up, bend my ass over on the camera because I ain't gonna stop the show. Alright. Let's see. 7 of Bears, 9 of Skeletons, and King of Bears. Okay. So, lucky numbers this week are going to be 7, 9, and 13. Also, we've got the Skeletons are going to be our air signs, and the Bears are going to be our earth signs. So, I would say if there is an earth sign man in your life, give him a little extra loving. Otherwise, that 7 is all about you. So you're going to be looking within and being your own support system this week, this month, if you will, Capricorn. But if there is an air sign in your life, look to them for a little bit of guidance as well. And look out for the numbers 7, 9, and 13, be it on a clock or a billboard or a receipt or just anywhere. Alright, Capricorn, I hope this wasn't too rough for you. I think it went pretty well. I wish you all the luck and all the love. Bye for now.